Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We back.
Good morning. This is Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be back.
Happy birthday to my host of the show, co-host.
Thank you, bro.
Happy birthday, Mario. Yeah, we glad to see you, man. Made another year. We glad that you came over your COVID incident.
Yes, Lord.
And we just thank God that you still here with us, man. So tell us, man, how the quarantine went and how you feeling today. Just being blessed getting over that COVID ordeal.
Man, I feel great today. Thank God. COVID is real. I'm saying it was a hard struggle being in that big house by yourself for those 14 plus days, because I took extra days because I didn't want to rush myself back out the house and come out, still not knowing and infect other people or have nobody else to get sick. So, I took the initiative to keep myself in.
Absolutely.
Took a little extra time off from work, which, some people might say it's crazy because you still need finances or whatever to get by, but I felt like my health and the health of my children and other people in my community was more important to me. Just want to rush back out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, man, and all in all, I just thank God for bringing me through it, because it was rough. It was rough.
Well, man, we sure appreciate you and everything, man, that you do for the community and, for the Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show. I just want to let you know, man, I love you, my brother.
Love you too, bro.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Always.
The show's still going on.
Yeah.
Tell them about what you got going on with the Cash App, with your...
today I'm going to bless somebody on my birthday. I know a lot of people probably plan on going to the Viger All-Class reunion tonight. I was planning on going, but again, due to health-related issues that I had prior before this, I had bought a table, and a lot of my people bagged out and not wanting to go. Those tickets were $25 a piece. The table was $250. Well, I'm giving somebody a chance to win that table for only $5 a day. You can cash out me $5. I'm going to put your name in the drawing, and I'm going to do a drawing after the show. I'm going to go live with it. And if you win it, you can't beat it. It's an investment. If you sell one ticket off winning the table, you done made your money back 5 times. So it's a win-win situation. And everybody should know my Cash App is $ Mario Y'all. If you want to be in that drawing, cash out me with the saying for table, and I'll put your name in the drawing and go live. And we're gonna have us a winner today, hopefully.
Viger Wolfpack is going down tonight. Our Class reunion, man. Get them $5 Cash Apps in and win that $250 value of a whole table for the Our Class. Gonna be BYOB, DJ Ross, he's gonna be DJ, and C-Now will perform. So
and the table comes with 10 tickets. So
you can't beat that.
There you go.
Okay, with further notice, man, it's going down, man. This is the Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show. We keep y'all informed about the upcoming election for Mobile, and today we have as our guest the one and only City Councilman, District 1, Frederick D. Richardson, running for mayor. And you know him from the Moon Pie Drop. You know him from, saying if you rain, I spring.
Yeah.
He's here with us today. And we thank him for his time and,
and being here to, just enlighten the people on what's going on in your city.
Absolutely.
And giving you a better outlook, to hopefully get you where you'll make a wise decision on who you're voting for in this election. Our local elections are very important. I was just talking with Mr. Richardson, and we was talking about how your local elections are more important than your national elections when you're voting for the president. But a lot of our people have it backwards. So, get out and vote August 24th. If you ain't doing nothing else, for me as a birthday present, get out and vote. That'll Absolutely. Be a present, Let me see them voting stickers on August 24th. Without further ado, we're going to switch the camera over, and we're going to talk a little bit with Mr. Fred Richardson and get some insight on a lot of things that's going on in the city and why you should vote for him for your next mayor of the city of Mobile. Mr. Richardson, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm just fine. I want to say that I appreciate you all inviting me to be with you all
yes,
on
sir.
the show today. It is a privilege.
Yes, sir. You got it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Right Gotcha. Okay. We
Yeah,
still appreciate you for being
we
here.
want to start by letting you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, your transition from Memphis to Mobile. Just give us a brief introduction.
Yes, I was born in rural Connecticut County in a community called Neps.
Neps.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little small farm village. And I'm one of 12 children born to my father Fred and my mother Helen. And my father died when I was 16 years old. Left 9 children in the house with my mother, who was unemployed at that time. So, if you factor everything in, I am not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to have been stopped way back there. Here you are with 9 children on this little old farm. No food in the house, and y'all got to make it. I'm evidence that nothing was able to stop us because God was on our side.
Okay.
So when the Lord got into the mix, nothing was able to stop us. So I was not able to attend high school. When there was time for me to go to high school, Connecticut County had four high schools, but I was black. So they built a training school and they sent all of the blacks to the training school. So I finished the 12th grade from a training school. The training school was intended to nip us in the bud, to make sure they won't compete. We're going to make sure they don't have qualified teachers, qualified books, qualified anything. The high school would have everything qualified. So those kids can soar on past these black kids. Black kids going to be stopped in their tracks because we're not going to teach them anything worthwhile. Well, that's the school I finished from.
Okay.
Well, I left home the same night I graduated without 1 cent in my pocket. I was with my sister who lived in Mobile. I came here to get a job and get an education. I came here, got a job, got married. I just was 1 month past being a teenager, and my bride was a teenager. I got married and got a job at Mobile Infirmary, worked there for 5 years. Then, 1961, I took and passed the U.S. Postal Service exam for my up-the-country education.
At the training
Got
school.
hired as a temporary substitute letter carrier. In other words, they told me up front that we just need you for a short period of time, temporary. I retired from the U.S. Postal Service after 32 years as manager of station and branch operations, where I had hundreds of employees working for me. I had all kind of equipment, vehicles, supplies, cash, millions of dollars I was responsible for.
Look at God.
It was nothing. It wasn't nothing. They said no, the Lord said yes.
Okay, then.
But while I was in the Postal Service, I also went to school at night. I graduated from Colorado State Vocational Technical School, Bishop State Community College, and I went on out to the University of South Alabama at night. They called me in and said, "You're not qualified to come." They said, "We see here where you went to that you didn't even graduate from high school. You went to some sort of training school. So you're not going to be able to come out here."
So that was the way that they would keep them blacks.
Yes. I said, "So, see, I was grown. So you're trying to fail me in the office?" I said, "I want to be failed in the classroom." I said, "So are you making that decision because you don't think I know enough?" They said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, I didn't come out here because I knew anything. I came out here to learn." They told me y'all knew a lot. Oh, I admit, whatever you're thinking about me in terms of what I've learned in the past is right. I don't intend to miss nothing else. I'm at the university, and tell me all of your teachers earn PhDs, they know a lot. I'm out here to find out what they know and learn what they know. I'm not coming here to teach nobody. So I tell you up front, I don't know a lot.
Okay.
But when I leave here, I want to know what everybody else knows.
Okay.
So they said, well, what's he majoring in? Political. Said, oh, yes. Let him go to class. Man said, we didn't hear you graduated from University of South Alabama in political science. That's what I want to go. Let him go. Graduated with honors at the University of South Alabama. Went back to graduate school in history. They didn't know how come. Because all knowledge comes from God.
Yeah. You're right.
He gives it. He hides it from the wise and he gives it to babes.
So there wasn't no stopping.
If the Lord say you gonna graduate, can't nobody stop you from graduating.
You're right.
And if you take a look at even where I am now, if somebody had calculated when I left NAPS that Fred is going to be on that city council, he's going to be vice president for 12 years of that council. And Fred is going to run for the mayor of the city. But the man said, you got to be out. Man, please. You got to be out of your mind. This is a nightmare. This is not even a dream. This is a nightmare. You need to wake up. I'm saying the Lord has been with me. I joined the Stone Street Baptist Church when I got here. As soon as I got here, I was 18 years old. By the time I was 23, I was a deacon at the oldest Baptist church in the state of Alabama. Know how I come? Because I served. I was faithful. There's no record. This church organized in 1806. There's no record of no deacon being made at that age. We never had that.
The service spoke for itself.
Yes. So I'm on the deacon's board. I'm the Sunday school teacher, assistant superintendent of Sunday school. I'm the church historian at the Stone Street Baptist Church as of today.
Okay.
So I have never left the Lord. I've been members of two churches, one up the country, and the one I joined when I came to the city, and I already notified my family. I'm going to be buried from the Stone Street Baptist Church. I don't care if the pastor get naked and run through the congregation. I don't care what happens. I ain't leaving.
That's your church?
That's my church.
Okay, then.
And nobody going to run me away from it.
Okay.
I'll be at the Stone Street Baptist Church.
45, you want to go ahead on and start with some of your questions? Y'all please share this live. Tag anybody that you know that is interested in our city government. And
yeah, I want to ask, what made you want to run for mayor, Councilman Richardson?
Okay, that is a good question. I have in my more than 24 years as a city council member, I have seen a lot of great things happen in the city, and I have been a part of a lot of great things happening in the city. I have seen a transformation with downtown. Downtown was dead when I came on. Downtown is alive. But I have seen so many missed opportunities. And a lot of those missed opportunities came from leaders afraid to help this group for fear of this group that's got money might not like it. That, I want to help them. I know I need to resurface their street, but it's going to make the people over here. I'm not beholden to nobody. I'm not beholden to nobody. I'm for all people, all neighborhoods, all the time. I'm not controlled. The only group I'm a member of is the Stone Street Baptist Church. You know how come? Because I will not be controlled. You know why I got two watches? I'm not following the rest of them. The other man, they got a watch on the left arm. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you up front, I'm my own man. I do what I believe is right. And whoever does not like that, I'm not apologizing for doing what is right. But let me just say, it's those missed opportunities that I have seen to help all of the people all of the time. Is where I want to pick up at to help. For instance, I got 708 streets in District 1 in need of resurfacing. City doesn't have any money to do that. My great-grandchildren will be dead before we get enough money to do all of what's needed. But in the last 20 years, the city has received over $1.5 billion in federal funds for infrastructure work. Every dime of that money went to West Mobile. Ain't no way for me to be the mayor and that happen. That would end on day one. Now, I might split it half and half, but West Mobile is not going to get all that money. So when they got to resurfacing all of their streets, they turned around then to start widening streets. Right now, they're on Ziegler Boulevard.
Yep.
They're not doing nothing. Get on Highway 43 and go all the way to the end to Mobile to get out of Mobile County. Go to Whitesley County. Take Highway 40 to the Whitesley County. It's 4 lane. Go get Highway 98, Moffett Road to Mississippi. It's 4 lane. Get Highway 90 all the way to the county line. It's 4 lane. Get Highway 31 going under the tunnel, going on up on top of the Spanish Fort Hill up there. It's 4 lane. When you get to Spanish Fort, they got 4 lanes going on. Get on Highway 45. U.S. Highway 45 starts at where St. Stephen Road starts at Ann Street. And count the 4 lanes. Count the curbs, gutters, sidewalks, lighting, trees, grass. None.
Yep.
Because it's east of I-65, and you know who make up the folks east of I-65, and they are undeserving. That's how the officials in the past look. That's where I'm going to start.
Okay.
Where they overlook, I'm starting right there.
Okay. Where the need is.
Where the need is to see about the people. But let me, so for the benefit of those listening, I have the energy, the drive, the education, the knowledge, the vision, the training, the experience to run this city. I bring to the table what no other mayor has ever brought since 1702. That is, I'm ready to go on day one. I don't need no training.
Because you've been there.
I don't need to hire no consultants to come in and tell me what to do. I know what to do. We have never had a council member to run for mayor. So consequently, the mayor's coming from everywhere. The one we got now came from a lumber yard. So he came in, fired the folks with dollars because he figured they was supporting Sam Jones, hired all of these new people. Then he had to hire consultants because nobody know how to run the city. Millions. I'm not spending one nickel on a consultant. I just need the opportunity. I would be the first mayor knowing what to do.
Yeah.
So these mayors, they resent the council. They think they're in competition with the council. They don't want to do nothing. I can't do nothing in District 1 because Fred might start blooming over there. He might outshine me. I'm not concerned about no council member. I'm concerned about the people. I can't help no council member without helping the people they represent. I'm for the people, all of the people in all neighborhoods all the time. I wouldn't waste 3 seconds with that.
You ring,
Not
you
3.
spring.
Ain't no doubt about it. This man has set up a steel wall between his office and the council. He cut my email off here 2 or 3 weeks
I
ago.
seen that.
He cut my email off and said, if you come and take some training and cut it back on, I bet you he cut it back on.
It's crazy.
But I'm saying, and this is just a bunch of foolishness. The law says that the rules and the laws are made by the council. The mayor can't make no law and order no councilman. We make the law. That's why they call him an executive, because he execute the laws that we pass. Yeah. So he done made a law and he executed, made a law that Fred got to go do this. Then I'm going to tell him what I'm going to do to him. That's not the job of no mayor. You carry out what we say. This overreaching, the mayor overreaching, trying to punish council members. I bet you I have $3 million already sitting up there for projects in District 1 that he hasn't acted on because his point is going to make Fred look good. Okay, it ain't just me. Other council members got money up there too. He's just sitting up there. He's not doing that. Ain't no way. I'm not doing that. So I'm running because I can provide the greatest level of service to all the citizens, all neighborhoods in the city of Mobile. I'm not picking and choosing.
Okay. You want me? Or you want me?
I'm gonna ask you another question. What can we do to bring tourists to the riverfront? They've been talking about the Amtrak going through and the Gulf Quest, the failure of that. I even had people inbox me saying they should turn the Gulf Quest into retail and maybe an Amtrak terminal. What's your vision for the waterfront to bring tourists?
We have two potential blockbusters. Every neighborhood I've gone through, and when I talk to people, one thing they tell me they want a water-related venue. They say it's a shame that we got all of this water. We got 5 rivers coming in, then it dumped it to the Mobile Bay. We just look at it. We just stand back and look at the water. Where in other cities, they have
recreational.
Yes.
Entertainment, restaurants, beaches.
I want the citizens to listen to me.
Okay.
Mobile is getting ready to get the deep water ships, these mega ships, coming from Panama. They had to widen the Panama Canal to make it available for the mega ships to come to Mobile. So we have to have our shipping channel is 44 feet deep. We've got to have 55 feet deep for the mega ships. So the Corps is out there now, dredging the Mobile Bay to make room for the ships. The sand is white as the sand at the Gulf of Mexico. We have 2 miles of shoreline at Brookfield Field, owned by the city. I'm making the Mobile Beach, making my own beach.
Okay, then.
So you say, well, Fred has lost his mind. The longest man-made beach in the world is Biloxi Beach. The beach in Biloxi, when you ride down.
Yeah, I go there all the time on the weekends.
Where the boats,
Yes,
where
sir.
the gambling boats. That was man-made.
I plan on being there
Why no
sometime
beach
this
there?
evening.
They went out in the water, dressed it, brought the sand up there, and kept on going. We sitting up here, woe is me. Ain't that like, it is something you can do because you don't have no vision. I'm going to do just like Biloxi. I'm going out there and I'm going to get that sand. I'm going to make me a beach. Then I'm going to have developers to come and recommend a water-related venue that all children, adults, everybody, I don't know I can't say what that's going to be, but it's going to be something so phenomenal, folk going to get on Amtrak in the airport to come down here to be with us. I'm going to stop from going to Orange Beach and Gulf Shores because I'm going to be able to provide the same thing right here in the city of Mobile. The other one is Africatown and the Clotilda. It's one thing to go to Africatown to see where Cudjoe Lewis is, sit in his rocking chair. But folks ain't gonna come from Europe, Asia, and North America to see that. Not no chair. We got to give it to people something they can see and feel. We got to replicate the Clotilda. We got to build another ship just like the Clotilda. We got to hire people to put mannequins and figurines in there just like real live human beings and have and let them be let them be wailing and mourning and nobody got on no clothes on anybody. Everybody chained at the neck, at the arm, and at the feet, and let the people see
how it was.
The other thing is the Clotilda. The federal government blocked the Mobile River because they knew the Clotilda was coming and it was illegal. They had the illegal cargo. They was going to take the ship and the folks driving it. They got the word when they got to Baldwin County. So what they did, they stayed, they took one of them rivers in Baldwin County and they didn't come to Mobile. They went down to the Spanish River, got on the Spanish River and came back over. They bypassed Mobile to the Mobile River. They called it the 12-mile island because it's 12 miles from Mobile. When they got to the Mobile River, they took those slaves and they dumped them off in the swamps. Naked, chained, the children, everybody chained up, and they took the ship on the other side and burned it. That's how they found it. They figured that they came to the Spanish River. The scientists folk, they had to figure out what is the possible place. They're looking for the flotilla everywhere, can't find it. They wasn't, them folks, they probably took that Spanish River down there. And it's somewhere near the Spanish River, dead on the mine. Bingo! They burned that ship and went back home. And 11 days later, they came back and got him. Now, what I want to do, I want to build a glass observation tower where you catch the boat. And before you go to Africa Town to see where Cudjoe them live, you're going to have to come on down to the observation tower. When you get up there, I'm going to have figurines in the water, naked, chained, children and everything. Then I'm going to have some artificial alligators coming at them, snakes coming at them, and I'm going to have them screaming. When they leave out of there, they're going to have sweat dropping, running. You got to give the folks something they can feel and see, else they're not coming. Go to that lynching museum and Montgomery, come out of there and see what happens to you when you come out of that. I went over there and talked to a man. I said, what do you think about this? He said, somebody going to hell. Somebody is going to hell. That's still
living with a life-changing experience.
When they come out of this observation tower, then we're going to take them over to the slave ship. And that'll see what. Then we're going to take them over in the community and see where Cudjoe them live. When they come out of that experience, they'll come here from everywhere. We know what to do, and I would get with the descendants over there. We need an international board, a national board. We need Oprah Winfrey. What the man named that makes the movie? Tyler Perry, Zuckerberg from Facebook. We need to put we need to get the billionaires and millionaires to put them on that board because we got to raise money for the flotilla. But bring them down here and tell them the story.
The story has to be
and let them put it together.
About it. And say, listen, y'all got to help us. They'll help us. Yeah. They'll help us. It's what we got to do.
Because they'll want that story.
But we can't pick one group of descendants against the other group of descendants. And what we're bigoted about has nothing to do with something that's going to be so big that folks from around the world want to come and see. We got to go. We got all of us. The city, the county, Commissioner Lookgood is on board. All of us got to come together and agree. This is what we got to do. Launch that effort. I'm for going all the way back to where the slave ship left from. The People's Republic of Benin, from the port of Ouida. I'm going back to Ouida, and I'm going to tell the folks that I want something from Ouida to bring back.
And you know what, Councilman Richardson? The people from there are ready and willing.
Yes!
Because we've met those people, me and James.
I have met them too.
We met them with Mayor Gardner over in the city of Pritchard. We actually spent like a week with them then.
Oh no, I have met them. They're ready. I agree with you.
They are ready. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? The port of Ouida, where they shipped them from, is still standing there. It's still standing there. So what they did, they took them to this, and took them. It looked like a big castle, but that ain't what it is. You go down under, and up under there is where they had them slaves to put on the ship. We need to go. We need to all of that. We need to replicate. We need to do something about it. We need them to tell us what to do when we get over there. We need them to give us. Y'all got to give up something that back home folk can relate to in terms of the struggle these people went through that left this country, and let them come up with something. But anyway, you're right. For tourism, we got to do something different. We can't. Let me just say this: we have the port of Savannah. Savannah has 143,000 people. They had 15 million visitors last year. We got almost 200,000 people. We had 3 million. They had 15 million.
5 times more.
So some little old small, we gonna let Savannah beat us out. We beating around the bush. Know what Savannah told us? Last year we went to Savannah to find out what Savannah told us. If we had the Clotilda, we would have had 25 million. You know what they was telling us? You wasting time.
Yeah.
That's what they was telling us. They said if we had the Clotilda,
basically saying
they said, y'all
playing.
we don't have nothing like.
Yeah, so saying the city playing basically.
Procrastinating.
Yeah, playing.
That's what they told us. No.
Yes, sir.
But if without a vision, the people perish according to the Bible. The leader got to have the vision. If you behind, you ain't the leader. They got to be in front. I'm in front. You ain't gonna never catch me behind. That's why folks get disturbed with Fred. Fred is always gonna be up front. I don't care what the issue is in the city. I'm on front. If it's going overseas to get business, I'm on the front seat of the airplane. So we got to pay for his ticket. But you're only complaining about me because my skin is black. You ain't complaining about nobody whose skin look other than mine. They can spend all they want to spend. But we're going to calculate what he ate, for how much he spent on dinner, how much he spent on coffee, on Fred. So, but it was not, I ain't worried about them. I'm just worried about Fred. But none of that will be able to stop Fred. And I'm stopping for that.
By you taking these trips, you've been bringing like big businesses here.
Listen. I went to Perth, Australia to recruit Oster. 4,000 employees. I recruited Oster. Let me say, this is what the Facebook people need to learn. There is not a council member in the United States of America was bold enough to go recruit business for that city. This is nothing unusual. You go to Midtown Publix. When they saw I was going to get Publix, the mayor stopped construction for 40 days. They didn't want, it wasn't that they was against Publix.
They was bringing it.
They was against bad Richardson recruit Publix.
That's crazy.
The Publix got to go. Look what has happened over there in that corridor. Just look over there in that corridor with 5 restaurants. Look what's happened over there. It's gone. It is gone. But all because of Fred Richardson. And they saw it. If we let Fred get away with this, he's going to be too big. We just got to stop Fred. Yeah. They set out to stop us. They whined and moaned. He organized a group over there and pitted the group for me. They were against zoning. They went to the zoning and they ruled against it. Then they came to the council the day we voted, had a whole bunch of them in there saying, please vote against Publix. We don't want Publix.
But they shopping now.
Every council member voted with me. Then the mayor told Publix wanted the city to spend $1 million to fix the infrastructure. Richardson told Publix, wrote them letters, we're not giving y'all a dime. So Publix called me and said, we can't build a store. Said, we got a letter from Mayor Simpson saying he's not going to put up a dime. I said, what if I sent you a letter today signed by 7 council members saying we will give you the money? He said, if you send me that, he said, we'll build a store.
Okay, then.
I drafted a letter and gave it to all 7 of my councilmen. Everybody that signed, they signed it. I sent it back to the Publix man, called me up and said, we're going to build a store. So the mayor said, just because you did that doesn't mean that I'm going to put the money in the budget. It doesn't mean you got nothing. You ain't did nothing. Send that letter to Publix. He said, I'm not putting a dime in the budget for Publix. I said, Mayor Simpson, you can't budget the city money. You can plan. You can submit a proposed budget to us.
But y'all have
only
to
the
approve
council
it.
can budget. I said, I dare you to submit a budget to us. I said, I'm going to give them more than $1 million. I dare you to submit it to us. I'm going to move. I'm going to find out what it is you want. I'm going to take the money out of that and send it to Publix. He gave Publix the money because he knew I was going to do it.
Well, Councilman Richardson, we have 7 other questions we want to ask.
Come on.
Let me get into them. The first one is going to be, what will your solution be for the issue at the city parks?
First of all, one of the things we have happening at the city parks, if you go to Sage Park they have a service gate. That is, if there's an emergency, the gate is big enough for an ambulance to go in. So most parks, the service gate is locked and there is no emergency. Then they have pedestrian gates about this wide, about 5 or 6 pedestrian gates for the pedestrian to go in day or night. They got 5 on the north side up around near Dolphin Street and Sage Park. But if you go in the back of the park, it's 4 other gates. So they got people playing kickball, soccer. They got 5 or 6 softball, football. Basketball. But you can go in any of these gates 24 hours. Go to Figures Park. They got one gate, a service gate. It's padlocked. So here come the children, the coaches, and the parents. It's time to play ball. They called me up and said, Councilman Richardson, we can't get in there onto the field. Can't get onto the field. What's the problem? It's padlocked. Padlocked. I notified the city. They wouldn't unlock it. They said, our fear is if we unlock it, there's somebody going to have one of those 4-wheelers and they're going to drive it onto the field. Like that they're so stupid over there, they're going to use, it ain't nothing but trying to portray us for who we are not. Fred, that would be absolute. So why would you build a park and not have pedestrian gates? I gave you $800,000 for this year alone. All you got to do, if you got a post here and post here, is cut the wire. And let them in. You ain't got to put no gate. You just put an opening for the people to go in. Right. They refuse to do that. I'm going to treat all my parks, whatever is going on at Mims Park, it's going to be going on at all these other parks. I'm going to treat all these, and if I have people working in the parks that can't do that, I'm fine every one of them, and I'm going to have who can. First of all, I'm not going to have nobody working for me, not people already. If they don't want to help the people, they got to go. If that's the mentality they have, if somebody called up and said, the ditch is near my house is stopped, it's clogged up, I'm not writing them, so we're not able to. And I got money in the bank. I'm not writing them no food mess like that, so we'll build that tomorrow.
You going to solve the problem?
Yes, we got the equipment. Why? Because you're telling them that because you don't want the ditch fixed.
Well, you pretty much, know what I'm saying, answered the other part of that question, because the other part was about the locks on the gates and about the children being charged to utilize public facilities.
But hold it.
Okay.
This is what I did. I went out to County Hudson Center.
Yeah, we was at the council meeting when you spoke on that day. When you went out there and the doors just opened up.
Just opened up. Then I go to Sullivan Center where the seniors go, and they got both doors locked. And what they were trying to tell the public, I didn't show the video when I first said it. So Ricardo Wood said it to me. So see what happened is, probably Councilman Richardson went around to the fire door.
Are you talking about the city attorney?
Yeah.
I
he
remember
went around to the fire door. So I let him trap himself because the next week I was coming back with the video. I went to the fire door. I want you to see what door I went to. Went to the double doors up front, and the doors were locked. Ain't no way. But I'll have a policy. I'll have a policy that everybody you got to go abide by the policy. In other words, the folks at this center can't make up no rules. Then you get over here, they got another set of rules. Then you get to the Hudson Center, they got
the policy gonna be for all.
Everybody, whatever one you go in, this is what you got to do in all parks. Is what I would do.
Okay. So my next question, Mr. Richardson, is: do you have a solid strategy to unite Mobile, like eliminate separation, segregation, and cease gentrification?
Lord, that was no one thought I was going to do this. I introduced a resolution, and it passed the council, that we no longer judge our citizens according to race, because it's 7.5 billion people in the world, and we are all humans, and we are all Homo sapiens, every one of us. But the proof that we are all in the same race, my great-granddaddy got my great-grandmother pregnant. My great-grandmother was a black woman. He was a white man. And then from them came my granddaddy. Well, the white man was not of no different race. It's impossible to impregnate anybody that's not in your race. That's just like saying a man can have a relationship with a dog and have a half dog, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
Only dogs can have dogs. Only humans can have. We're all members of the human race. We're all in the same species, Homo sapiens, and all species are in the same race, the human race. So, I don't want the police putting it on there. So the police department had a big dispute with me over that. They said we need to continue to put down the race of the people. I said, Chief, if I was here from Bangladesh, my skin is black, please pull me over for speeding. What would he put down as my race? He said, well, he will put your country down. I got a country, the United States of America. Why can't you put my country down?
Yeah. Instead of talking about black or white.
Put your, you just want the people whose ancestors came from Africa. You want to keep a track of them. You ain't trying to keep a track of everybody. I said, what if I was from Mexico? He said, I will put Mexican as your race. That country. No, either you're going to have to put everybody's country down, or you're going to have to use one formula for everybody. You got to treat all our citizens the same. So the council voted with me. The council passed that resolution that on our documents, any official documents of the city, we're going to list your ethnicity, where your ancestors came from. If they came from Europe, that's what you're going to use. If it came from Mexico, but this stuff about the color of your skin, we ain't putting that down no more.
Okay. All right. So my next question is, how will you spend all the extra funding that's in the city budget, like on your first 90 days, let's say, in office?
The law requires us to have money in emergency funding. We can't spend all the money in the budget. We have to leave
a certain amount in there.
At least $20 million must be in reserve based on a catastrophic event. Hurricane. I'll try to spend that. But this is what I'll do. I will give it by council. This is what I'm the one created CIP, Capital Improvement Plan. Capital Improvement Plan is that we take a penny, take the penny that generates $32 million, and all of that goes to the council. And the council, we divide it up equally among the council districts. And basically, when it comes down to infrastructure, the council, they would come to me and submit, these are the things I want done in the district. This is working well, other than the mayor won't get the project done. We're a year or two behind in resurfacing. Whatever. He won't get because he believes that the council gonna get glory if I do their projects. They're gonna make them bigger than me. Have y'all seen the M on these trucks around town? That's not no official M.
So the council didn't approve that?
No, the council didn't approve that. That's the mayor's M. That's him promoting himself. I won't spend 1 second promoting Fred Richardson. I wouldn't do that. The council never approved that. Let me tell y'all what happened. The vehicles had the city seal on them. It said Mobile, Alabama, and the city seal. Fred Richardson asked the council to take the rebel flag off the seal. The council joined me, and they took the rebel flag off the seal. The mayor has not used the seal since. Do y'all hear me out there in Facebook land? The mayor quit using the seal once we took the rebel flag off the seal. So he created his own symbol, the M. That's the mayor. And you'll see it on neckties, on newspapers, all kind of companies around the city use it, and it's legal because it's not the city's M. It's the mayor's M. He does. Fred Richardson on day one will use the seal. I'm putting the city seal on all city-owned, whether it's buildings, stationaries. I'm going with the seal. I'm not.
That's the Born to Celebrate logo, or is that?
That's supposed to be. Yeah, the mayor rejected that. Yeah. He rejected that. Okay. It used to be when you come into the airport, they had the sign playing, Born to Celebrate in it. Shut that down. Air left. Mm-hmm. But once the mayor rejected, well, that. Okay. Yeah, we can't get nowhere. The mayor gonna shut us down every time we try to do something, cause it ain't ingratiating him. It ain't making him big.
Yeah, it's not glorifying the mayor.
No, okay. So he's gonna shut that down. You got to glorify him as you're not going nowhere.
All right. The next question, we almost done, is crime is terrible in Mobile, Mr. Richardson, as we all know. But do you have a plan and ready to execute to deter the crime rate in the city?
Yes, sir, I do. Okay. First of all, I launched my plan in Trinity Gardens. Mm-hmm. When I took over, the worst crime-ridden neighborhood in the city of Mobile was Trinity Gardens. Mm-hmm. Today, it is the safest. Bill Clinton launched community policing all over this nation. Mm-hmm. And we had a part. I was able to utilize community policing under Mike Dow and under Sam Jones, under Matt Stimson. Nothing. He doesn't want the citizens involved at all with the police. I created the Police Citizens Committee. Mm-hmm. The mayor opposed it, the police chief opposed it, director of public safety opposed it. We still voted it in, but over their opposition. They don't want the citizens in it. So what I did, first of all, there are 46 police beats in the city of Mobile. Uh-huh. If I ask you what beat you living in, you don't know. Don't nobody know. There will be a dedicated beat officer in every one of those beats, 46 beats. I would appoint a dedicated beat police officer. I would send the citizens in those beats the name of their officer and the phone number, the cell phone number to their officer. No officer going to beat up on anybody that they know. They don't want the folk to know who the officer is because he can abuse them then. Because if he knows them, they can't abuse him. The beat officer will be required to hold beat meetings on a regular basis in his beat. And
with the citizens.
Yes, with the citizens.
Now that sounds like a great
And then the citizens are going to come and tell them these are the things that's happening, that we know that's happening. Then he's going to come back at the next beat meeting and say, okay, this is what y'all said was happening. This is what we did. We taken care of all of that and nip all of that stuff in the bud. But once you shut the citizens out, that's why we can't solve crime, because we done cut the citizens off.
And the citizens don't want to deal with the police.
They ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not telling you nothing.
So they want to bridge the gap.
Yeah, that is.
I ain't no doubt about it.
That sounds like that would kind of bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying?
So, in these tough areas like down DIP, I'm gonna send a letter to every citizen in those neighborhoods, and I'm gonna have a self-addressed envelope in that letter, and I'm gonna tell them, if you know of any criminal activity, suspicious activity that you would like for me to check on, write it down, put it in this envelope. Don't give it to the mailman. Find you a mailbox.
And drop it in there.
Don't say nothing to nobody and don't sign your name to nothing. Just drop it in there. That's what I did to Trinity Garden. We cleaned them dope deals out of there in no time flat. The parents and all turned them in. They saw the children that was losing their children. They wrote the names down, told them who they were, turned them in. But they ain't gonna turn them in if they think somebody gonna find out they turn them in, because they know they're gonna come and get them.
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm going on to the next question. Is Mr. Richardson, what's your stance on Bayfest? Would you bring it back, or would you be looking to some other option?
I have already announced I'm bringing Bayfest back.
Okay.
I'm bringing the Christmas parade back.
Okay.
We're going to enhance the moon pie drop. We're going to do something for the citizens. That is something that all of the citizens in our community, all ethnicities, they love Bayfest because we had a stage for
every genre.
country, hip hop, soul,
gospel, all that.
We had a stage for them.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Would you, as mayor of the city of Mobile, if you're elected in August 24th, would you implement a mask mandate in the city? Or not, and why?
The city of Mobile received its charter from the Alabama State Legislature. In that charter, they gave us public safety. They gave the county public health. We have a Mobile County Health Department. I'm not running in front of scientists. I'm going to let Dr. Isho, who is over, Bernard Isho is head of the Mobile County Health Department. I'm going to follow the dictates of the scientists. When it comes down to whether we ought to have a mask on, I'm not running in front of them claiming to be a scientist. I'm a political scientist. I'm going to let the professionals scientists tell me what to do about masks, and I'm following that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to create nothing on my own and acting like I know more than
the scientists and doctors.
I don't.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. The way I would think things should go anyway. Last question is, what is the plan of action that you as mayor would have for all the torn down housing projects that we have in the city? Roger Williams, Josephine Allen, Orange Grove. Like half of Orange Grove is little parts have put buildings up or whatever, but you have Roger Williams, which is I think the oldest housing project that was built in Mobile, has been flatlined. The grass is starting to grow down. A lot of people that are, younger children that are real young and just being born over the last couple of years, they would probably never know of Roger Williams projects because how it looks out there now. Josephine Allen the same way. My house sits right like down the street. I'm in walking distance from Josephine Allen. And it's like the younger generation wouldn't know. So what with those areas as mayor would your plan of action be for those pieces of property?
We're not waiting for me to get elected to address that. We're going to receive $58 million with the American Rescue Plan.
Okay. And
we just voted on that. But we just voted on to send the plan back up to them. We don't have the money yet. But over $8 billion is going into housing just because of the same reason you're talking about. We're going to put $8 million into housing in the low to moderate income areas, and hopefully over there with Roger Williams, they tried to tell us that the land is contaminated. It was a dairy farm. Before they built housing projects, that was a dairy farm. You think the cows can contaminate the land? No, they're saving that land for gentrification or something. They're saving that land for some other reason where they're going to put wrought iron fence and then have 3 Mile Creek there for you can kayak and all that.
Yeah. Waterfront property.
I'm not doing that.
I even heard rumors that they turn into a golf course. That's just a rumor I heard. The Roger Williams project.
But I would appoint the board for the Mobile County Housing Board. It's owned by the Housing Board. But I would appoint the board members to the Mobile County Housing Board. I'll have a say-so through my members. We're going to put houses there for the low to moderate income people. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to come back and build another housing project, but we're going to put
affordable housing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And we're going to make it affordable because we're going to have down payment assistance. What's stopping people from getting a house? They don't have the money for the down payment.
Exactly.
Because what they're paying for rent is enough to pay the note. They don't have no $10,000 or $12,000 to put the down. No, we're going to give them the down payment assistance. And let them, we're going to help them with that.
Awesome.
And that's beautiful because I have a close friend that is living down in R.V. Taylor right now. And because of her job, she wound up getting a better job. Her rent now is right at $900 a month. and we were talking the other day, and I was like $900. I was like,
she could own her own house easy.
Yeah, and I said that's more than a mortgage payment. Like you should be able to stay anywhere in Mobile County that you want to.
But if you ask her, do you have money saved?
And guess what it was?
What?
She was like, well, I'm looking into buying a house, but I got to get my down payment together. And she was like, but I can't save to get a down payment because I'm paying this rent here.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. No, we're gonna. Well, let me just say this because I know we're running to a close. Is that the city has spent probably $10 million this year knocking houses down that we declared to be dilapidated. I'm not done. I'm not putting no money. I'm not doing that. We're gonna fix them houses up instead of knocking them down. I'm gonna get with Bishop State because Bishop State is teaching carpentry and all of that, and I'm gonna say, listen, I got a house over here dilapidated. I want your people to train over here. I buy all of the supply. We're gonna buy all the supplies and let your people come over there and put a top on it, fix it up on the inside. And this is coursework for those students.
Yeah.
When they finish up, we're gonna put a for sale sign out there at an affordable price where person can come and buy the house and live in it, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep on going.
And that's helping the students that's coming through school as well because
ain't no doubt about
it.
Plus, those students then can come back when they graduate and open up a business doing that.
Absolutely,
they can go into business, get them 4 or 5 of them, and open up a business. And keep on doing that on their own.
And it'll also give the youth something to look forward to. Man, when I get out of school, I ain't gonna be sitting around on the corner. I'm gonna go to Bishop State, take this trade. I'm gonna learn how to build houses, how to remodel houses.
So
that's a career. So
we will probably end up giving Bishop State at least $500,000 a year because they're building a whole new building over there for workforce development. They want people to be ready to take all of these jobs, so they're gonna be training. But I don't want. If you don't have no money, you can't afford to go get training. I want them to train them free.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We're going to put the money over them, train them.
Yes, sir.
And then I don't want no excuse. Don't come running to me that I can't find no job. Can't find no job. Oh, you can't find the job you want. Go to Bishop State and get you. Go to Bishop State and get you a trade to go and move on about your business. And last night debate, they said this man finished from this big university, moved home, he can't find no job. Now how come he's looking for a job in his field? I finished in political science, I ended up carrying the mail. But know what I did with the mail? I took it to the top. Then I came over here in my field. You can't sit around saying, that I'm a bookkeeper. I can't find no book. Man, you better leave them books alone to go find you a job at McDonald's. Then start owning you some McDonald's. It's up to you.
You're right. Yes, that goes to me. Finished school in culinary, but I don't work in culinary right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit at the house and think these bills gonna get paid off something I can't find that's fitting for me right now. You're gonna have to get something, you know what I'm saying, work it until, you know what I'm saying, you get to where you're trying to get.
If you tell them to go and learn how to weld and go on the Austin start off at 60,000, I don't want welding. Oh, that's just like you're hungry and you said, I got beans. I don't eat beans.
Yeah.
Okay, then you go get you some else to eat.
I've had that before. Somebody sitting out in front of the place and I offered them some Taco Bell. I was working at West Telemarketing. The guy was sitting out right there by where Godfathers used to be. And I was going there to get pizza for me and my family at the time. And the guy was out there. I said, hey, man, you hungry? I'll get you something to eat. I said, I'll run right over to Taco Bell and get you, you know what I'm saying, a bag of little tacos, whatever. Oh, I don't eat tacos. I said, well, you must not be hungry. He said, you can give me the money. I said, well, bro, you must not be hungry. I mean, I'm offering to feed you. Yeah, and they'd probably go down to the little liquor store that was right down the side.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody tell you, me and James have fed the homeless downtown many times. That's what I want to ask you, too. As mayor, could we possibly get that ordinance changed? You know, they have it where you can't sit up to feed the homeless downtown. You have to, we have to keep driving around. But you can't remember the police told us that we couldn't sit at
a
stationary spot
area to pass out
like we couldn't
goods to the homeless.
Yeah, like we had bag lunches.
I don't think we have no such law as that.
Oh,
I don't know the police. Every time the police,
that's something
they made up along the way.
Because they do it at St. Louis Church.
This is what they're saying. That Mayor Stimson does not want the homeless downtown. So we're gonna run them out from down here. That is we council didn't pass no such law.
Because see, what we was looking at as that it would keep the homeless from being in front of businesses, bothering citizens that's coming in the shop or visitors that's coming into the city. So we was taking amongst ourselves, and we had supporters from off our morning show was sending donations. We were making bag lunches. I'm talking about nice lunches where they would be full for the first part of the day or whatever. And man, we caught so much controversy about that.
Yeah, because business is saying they're gonna start coming down here every day. That's what they're saying. They're gonna start. There ain't no law against. This is America. You can go where you want to go. We ain't passing no laws. That's just like saying you can't use this restroom. You can't use this water. You can't pass no law saying that if your skin color is this color, you got to go to this water fountain. But if you're homeless, you can't come down here.
Yeah.
Mobile downtown is open. I'm not changing no law because we don't have no such law as that.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Richardson, we sure appreciate you for your.
I'm gonna ask
Go
one
ahead.
more question. Someone just inboxed me. They asked, how would the relationship between Mobile and Preacher not only be established but respected in a true partnership? How will we be able to be known as a key part in the building up of the county?
Well, we have to see about Mobile first. And I will be the baddest in Mobile. And I'm not going to take no responsibility for, I will work with the mayor of Pritchard in any way that I can and with the county commissioners in any way that I can. But my first responsibility has got to be with the, but I wouldn't be doing anything to harm the city of Pritchard in no way. If I can help them, I won't hurt them. If there are ways we can partnership on projects, I would do that. I look forward to working with the mayor of the city of Pritchard.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, on some of these trips to
Benin.
to get business, I wouldn't mind the mayor of the city of Pritchard going with me. So I'm not opposed. I think Pritchard need to do the best it can do for its citizens in the ways that I can help them to do that. I am amenable to that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more last question. How can we make the transit system better for our citizens that are pedestrians, probably can't afford cars or whatnot, the ones that's walking? How can we make the mobile transit system better in our city?
Well, there is no magic way. What I would do is hire a consulting group to do a survey with the citizens to find out what the citizens want. I don't know what the citizens want. I don't have, I just don't know what the citizens. No one knows.
And then that way, once you get that information and
once
find
I get
out,
that information, I'm going to act on the information that I have. But I will conduct it. I already announced that I will conduct a survey pertaining to the wave to see what we need to do. Well, I've had a group to come to me to say they are spending more on parking downtown than what they pay for the car note. And they said they want to be able to ride the wave, but they don't want the wave coming from Mobile County, coming from Hillsdale, way out somewhere. And they got to go to work. So they want some short routes. They want, they want routes
that would go straight to those destinations instead of everywhere else before that.
But I don't know what that is. I don't know. But now what we do, we contract out that work. We don't run the wave. But if I conducted a survey, I would go sit down with the wave people. So this is what people are saying.
This is what the citizens want.
Yeah, and I would like for you all to look at, see how you can best address this situation.
And we can work with the citizens to make it better. Okay.
We got to have a format to find out what's going on and what the folk want. Give the people what they want.
Yes, sir. That's all you got, John?
How do you feel about the recent American Rescue Plan, the $58 million?
He spoke on that.
Oh, you spoke on that?
Let me say what the people need to know. All that the council was trying to do last week was get a proposal before the federal government for the $58 million because if we didn't meet the deadline on the 31st, then they
You
cut
lost
us
the
off.
money.
So we could be here bickering with this, that, and the other, and we won't have a dime. So without any bickering, we set the plan off. But when the money comes back, the mayor can't spend one dime unless it's approved by the council. So I ain't worried. I'm not worried about what's all in there. It can be changed. We can change anything in
Just
there.
get the money.
Get the money.
I know.
Gotcha.
And then we can figure out what, you know what I'm
You ever
saying, to do.
had people to divorce where the husband told the wife, said, baby, said, we won $1 million in the lottery. What would you do with the $1 million? And she said, well, I'll go on a trip around the world. I'll, get me more property, and then his vision was something. And then they get to arguing and get to fight and leave. They don't have a dime. They fussing over different. They don't even have that.
We watch similarities happen in other municipalities because we were going to different cities council meetings. We were going to Saraland City Council meeting, Pritchard, and all. And we've seen in instances where councils were sitting up there bickering and let money just pass them right by. Like, you're not benefiting the citizens like that. You're right.
No, we can't let the $58 million pass us. Let's get the $58 million first. And then when it put back on the council agenda, that's the time to figure out what we're going to do with it. Then,
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Richardson, we sure appreciate you for your time this morning. On my birthday, I feel like it was a pleasure to be able to sit down with you this morning on my 43rd birthday. It's like one of the happiest days of my life so far. I just been smiling all day. And all your answers were very informative. Citizens should know a little more about you since we've done this interview with you this morning. And we really thank you, for all you've done for the city of Mobile over the years. And we look forward to seeing you doing much more for the city as well. Yeah. Any last words?
My last word is you're going to have, it's 4 candidates out here running for mayor. 1, 2, 3, 5. It's 5 candidates running for mayor. Most of those candidates going to tell you if they get elected what they plan on doing. And what I want to remind these citizens here, the best way to find out what a person may do for you in the future is figure out what they did for you in the past. If the answer is nothing, then expect more of that. I'm not only telling you what I have done, I have laid out what I'm going to do in the future, but that's based on what I have already done in the past. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm going to represent every time all over the world. I have stood up on the international stage. I have represented this city all over the world. I am not afraid to represent. If I have to go sit down with the president, I will go. So I have a record. Judge me on my record.
Yes, sir. All right. And there we go. You heard it right there.
That speak louder than words.
Y'all heard it right there from Councilman Fred Richardson. We're looking forward to on the 24th for you to get out and vote. You know what I'm saying? We have...
Especially like young people, we need y'all to go out and vote, man. Don't let your granny outdo you. Barely walk into the polls and you got all your limbs working well.
I'm telling you, no excuses.
There's no excuses.
We seen, when I ran for council person over in Pritchard last year, man, we seen elderly people actually getting out of the cars.
Tanks.
Yes, rolling behind to go in there to go and vote. So there's no excuse for an able-bodied person, male or female. You know what I'm saying? We had ancestors that died for our rights to vote.
Absolutely.
So
got bitten by dogs, thrown in jail.
Sprayed with water hoses, beat by state troopers and police officers. So, your local election is so important. We can't stress that enough. Get out and vote. You know what I'm saying? Make your vote count. Vote, you know what I'm saying, on the facts. Not on the, I'm telling you this here, but you ain't no work done behind.
My dear knows such and such, so vote for him because my dear know him. Don't.
And don't get bought out.
I have a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the last election, there were 17,000 registered voters in District 1. Okay. Matt Jones lost by 7,500 votes. 4,000 people showed up out of the 14,000 registered voters in District 1. Wow. 4,000. Matt Jones could have won out of District 1 alone, not counting what was in District 2. They didn't come to the polls. That's why he set out the annex. He knew under Fred Richardson that ain't happening. Sam Jones had no business losing that election. 14,000 registered voters and both showed up. 10,000 didn't show up. You know what they're hoping? That you'll be lulled to sleep this time too.
Yeah.
Don't let them catch you sleeping.
That's right. And another
They
thing,
woke.
too, we want to say is if you get out and you go into all these other events, know what I'm saying, clubs, parties, etc.
With COVID everywhere,
and you're
with
not
no mask
scared,
on.
don't be scared to get out and go and vote. You know what I'm saying? Go get out, vote, make your vote count. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done heard that last slogan over the last couple of years about one Mobile. Do it look like we won Mobile? No. So, I mean, when I come back from my birthday vacation, we will be making our public endorsements. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all heard it right here today. You heard the facts. You heard, you know what I'm saying, what's been told to you and hadn't happened. Make a decision, but whatever you do, don't sit at home on the 24th of August. Get out and vote.
And our platform is open to all candidates, so if you would like to come on the Big Guy and J45 Live Morning Show, just simply inbox us for your availability and we'll get back with you. And we willing to just open the platform to everybody and give everybody a fair chance. So.
And again, we want to thank Mr. Richardson for his time because, you know what I'm saying, time is valuable to everybody. For all his insight, you know what I'm saying, we learned a lot. Like, found out some things about what's going on in city government that otherwise you probably wouldn't knew about. And, I mean, we just thank you, the viewers, for being here with us. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for me being able to be here back live on the Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show. I'm 43 today, y'all. I'm happy as I don't know what. So happy birthday to me, man. And we love y'all. We thank y'all for being tuned in. Share this live with your friends, your aunties, everybody. It'll also be on YouTube as well, on my YouTube page, Mario D. Y'all Senior. So go and check that out as well. We love y'all. It's the Big Y'all J45 Live Morning Show.
Man. Happy birthday to my brother, man. He finna hammer time.
We love y'all, man.
Man. Peace.
Peace.